Is it weird for someone to like Dean's character? An interesting topic that probably isn't going to get the best reception. Look, Dean is a rapist. He also attempted to rape someone else. He has spent his time... He tried to, he has been gaslighting Jean and his daughter and making her sick so she can't leave him. Dean is not a good character. Well, Dean is not a good person. But I think there is a certain avenue to say that you can enjoy this character, even if he is doing horrific shit. And it's one of those things where, because obviously the character's done stuff so horrific, it's really hard to actively, it's like, you won't find me defending the Dean character. You'll find me saying that the actor's doing a good job. And I don't think Piggy will be saying, I think Piggy will be saying the same as that. But obviously, because he's done such awful shit in the show, and he's continued to do awful shit, you have people who can't really differentiate the character from the actor, where people say, oh, the actor's bad, the actor's shit. And it's like, no, it is the character who is a fucking horrific piece of shit. So I'd pose that question to you, Piggy. Is it weird for someone to like Dean's character?
It's not, in the sense of if you enjoy the character, but if you go out of your way, it's like people who defend Ben Mitchell, like, oh, he did human trafficking, yeah, but we're just gonna look over that as a little oopsie daisy. I know rape is on a completely different fucking level, but you can't look at Dean and go rapist, then look at Ben and go, Ben, you're just trouble. Come here, give me a nuggy wuggy. Like,
yeah, I think it's the idea that people tend to, if they like you, it is genuinely hard to fucking... It's hard. People look over stuff if characters they like have done bad shit, if they like the character. So all the people saying, but Ben's like Ben did human trafficking. It's like yeah, but he's damaged. It's like, yeah, but that's not a good reason. Like, morally, it's still fucked.
Like, the only real example I can give is a wrestler example, which is the fact people who still defend Benoit, or Chris Benoit, if you don't know, it's the only example I can get where it's like, yes, he's a murderer, but he did have a perfectly good German suplex. So, like, you look at that, it's like, Dean is a bit... I know Dean's not a murderer, he's a rapist in the show. But it is that kind of thing where it's like, you can appreciate the actor, but if you're out of your way going, well, when you look at rape, in the definition of rape, how did he rape her? And it's like, mate, don't fucking get...
Using that word liberally as fuck. Don't say it as much, but yeah, the point still stands. I don't think... I appreciate people enjoying the character, because the character has become this fucking, sniveling cockroach who you don't know how he's still here. Like, how is he not been fucking killed yet? How is he still able to do this? Like, he's gotten stumped on so many times, it's like, how the fuck are you not fucking dead? And that's how I describe the character. He is a scheming, manipulative piece of shit who's conning his way into every situation he's in. And that's where the interesting part goes, is you can't really tell, like, the shield he puts up to not be just completely derailed by being who he is. Like, does he start to believe it sometimes? Does he believe he's been wrongfully persecuted? Does he actually know? Is it just a survival technique to say, oh, no, it wasn't me, it's fine, I didn't do it, so then it doesn't get into his head? I think it's an interesting, piece of character insight to see that's where he's at.
No, I don't mean this for real life, but it is great on a show to get a perspective from a guy who did such a heinous thing. Like, I'm not, great acting, let's just say. We see his perspective of why he murdered all these people. I believe we did. I don't really know. He's just a sadistic man. But Dean,
he did murder people.
Yeah, and Dean punched one of Gray's victims, of course, Tina. Um, like so obviously it's great to see the perspective of Dean Wicks because you see him. I just go for milk, and people start throwing eggs at me. Like, what did I do? And then everyone's like, Dean,
They're like, you
Dean,
know what you fucking did. Like, you know what you did.
Like I describe it like imagine like in school, legal age, where someone leaks the private photos of a student of legal age, by the way, and it's like this student walks in, it's like, yeah, look at me, I'm a fucking hero, and everyone's just like, boo, boo, you know what you did, you know what you did. It's all Philly Dean because it's like Dean thinks he's the hero, but he's a hero in his own world. He thinks he's doing good, but he knows he's not doing good. He has a bit of self-conflict, but he gets that. We all have that little voice in our head who's like, no, no, you're not the bad guy, you're the good guy. And he's like, yeah, I'm the good guy. I'm the good guy. Like we all have that voice. Like if we say something mean to our friends, we have that voice. He goes, oh, you should apologize. We have the other voice going, fuck them, fuck them, fuck them.
Yeah, like I think it's and because it is in a soap, obviously they get to fuck. The one thing that I always feel good about with Dean though is I don't believe that Dean gets out of it scot-free. Like he's already escaped justice for so long. I think that like the character is vile. He is disgusting and he is just a terrible fucking person. But I think it's interesting how he still manages to stick around despite all of the bad shit. Like anybody else that would just destroy, but he's somehow still fucking there. Like it's all his own making. Like he's made the fucking bed. Now he's got to lie in it. But it's just a really interesting angle. But yeah, I think it's a what's my angle with this? Essentially, I completely lost my fucking point here. Where the fuck am I going with this? Go on, Piggy, say something now. I need to remember where I was going with this.
The thing is, you can obviously like Dean Wicks. You shouldn't be hated for liking Dean Wicks because the thing is, you can appreciate an actor and his great way of playing things. It's like if you hate Leslie Grantham because he catfished, and you completely ignore the fact he murdered a man. And you go, I fucking hate Leslie Grantham. Why? He put his finger in his mouth. It's like he did kill a guy. I know he's apologized for it, and he is dead now.
He did serve his time. But yeah, he's still fucking. It's wild how the EastEnders were like happy to run it, like just take it, like fuck it, you know. Well, he's done his time. It's fine. And then well, he got catfished and stuck his finger in his mouth and talked bad about the cat. Oh, we can't fucking have that.
but I just in a side topic. I remember someone did an April Fool's joke in the last media Discord. But they didn't do an April Fool's joke. But they're like, we're gonna watch ET. And I put a photo of Leslie Grant when he's finger in his mouth and go, is the real ET?
Fucking hell.
I had to put spoilers act and always like, oh, fucking hell, fuck me. But yeah, it's like you can separate the actors from the character basically. But I want people not to hate on Matt D'Angelo because he plays a fictional character who's done some bad things. Because then you can't look at any character that way. It's like you can't look at Phil. You can't look at Steve McFadden playing Phil because you'd have to hate Steve McFadden for playing Phil because Phil is a fucking fucked up person. He's nearly killed multiple people. He burnt a homeless man alive in a car lot by accident. But like same with Ben Mitchell, he's tried to kill people. He's robbed. He's human trafficked. Like you know, in comparison to what Dean is,
I think
Ben Mitchell has done a lot more.
I mean, I don't really think it's an angle of comparing the fucking crimes. Like Dean's pretty fucking up there in terms of like bad shit, but it's still no. But I see where you're going with this, and the other example is Nish. where Nish is, controlling, abusive, but people like Nish. Nish is more interesting. People like the actors. They say, oh, the actor's really good. Even though Nish is a fucking domestic abuser, some implied possible rape in there, like coercion, just controlling, doing similar stuff to what Dean has done. But, in a sense, he's a bit more likable because he's not technically gone that far. I think it's the perfect example of comparison between the two characters because simply saying they're pretty fucking similar. They are both a cockroach, they're both still kicking and still trying to fucking rule their family. But as I did finally remember, and I'll just get through this and then you can finish off the video. But the good thing about Dean is his downfall is probably already written. Like, it's a soap. They're either writing him off for a bit until he can come back again, continue to cause more havoc, and finally he gets killed, or he finally gets justice. Like, he finally faces what he's done, and he's finally called out on all his actions. And finally, the most satisfying conclusion will be Dean getting his comeuppance. And I do think that's what they're doing with, he's been brought back. Yes, he's been back longer than we thought. Yes, he's a fucking nuisance, but I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't make it out this year.
My point I wanted to make is where Dean does, he kind of feels sorry for his actions, where he's like, why does everyone hate me? Why does everyone dislike me? Why is everyone throwing egg in my face? The difference is, Nish is like, you hate me, I don't care. Fuck you. I honestly don't care, mate. You know what? I shagged your ma. I gave her some fruit and veg on the fruit and veg store. What are you gonna fucking do, mate? But Dean is like, guys, why do you hate me? I've done nothing wrong. It's like, Dean.
It's like, and he shows that he shows that he does feel some remorse. Like, he does feel bad about Jade, but he's still fucking doing it though. Like, he's not deciding no. He's still like, well, just what I got to do to survive. It's like I said, once people start to remember that it is a show and it is not a fucking, and that it's not, like I said, Dean will face justice at some point. That's a guarantee. And you may hate it now, and we all hate it, and it is rough to watch, and it is really heartbreaking to see. But it's a soap. Everybody gets punished for their actions. The consequences do come out in the end. And I look forward to the explosive finale that is the Dean Wicks character. As said before, I don't think he makes it out of the year. I think he'll be gone by, when did he come in? October? I think he's gone by October. Like, they've given him the fucking Larry Lamb type treatment, where obviously came in as Archie for like a year and a half, became the most hated stupidly quickly, and then got killed off. Like, I don't think he lasts for more than a year on the show, personally. Or maybe Christmas, I guess, but regardless. It's, but yeah, no, solid. This has been a pretty good, this has been an interesting take on the character. I think we've both done a good enough jobs to suggest, like, what are we fucking doing? Some good reasons as to why, and it's perfectly fine to hate the character and say that the actor's shit. Like, it's okay, it's a terrible character. Right, some people can't separate the character from the actor. I usually don't, but because we have to cover it in a fucking way where we're both covering all of the news from the outside perspective, and we're covering the show and the implications for the future, we do sometimes just have to think about the character and the actor as like separate things, and have to somewhat appreciate the show for how successful it can be. So yeah, maybe, look, if you don't agree with us, that's perfectly fine. This isn't a fucking Reddit video where we're dunking on people or fucking being like, haha, you hate this rapist? Well, you're fucking stupid. Like, it's not that at all. Like, there's no fucking world where That would be the fucking take.
No offense, but why you not sound like a fucking like what was Wacky Racer's fucking feeling? Like, ha ha! You like the rapist? Ha ha! The fuck was that like?
Yeah,
I don't know why his high pitch Alan Partridge, but it sounds like something Alan Partridge would do.
It does. But the point, but the point is, this isn't a dunk on your video. You're allowed to have your opinion. We respect your opinion. If you tell us you start saying that we're wrong for having our opinion, that's fine too. But we're probably I'm gonna yell at you in the comment section. So don't fucking try me, boys. Don't fucking try me. I'll defend it. I'll defend it like I'm going to my grave. But yeah, no, solid. We've been watching Walford. If you want to support us, there's a bunch of links in the description. If you want to support the channel, go to a wrestling channel, go to our Patreons, etc., etc. And finally, join the Discord if you want to join in the conversation. If you do, you might get mentioned in the podcast when we talk about the stuff in there, as expected. But is it weird? Is it weird for someone to like Dean's character? I wouldn't say it's the most normal thing to do. It's probably a bit of a slightly off-brand take, but I think it's reasoned if you don't just say, yeah, Dean's great. Look at all the things he's done. It's like, sorry? Sorry, homie? So yeah, don't defend what the character's done, but the actor, I think, is doing a fantastic job. Thank you for watching a Walford. Make sure to join us in the next one. See you then. Bye-bye.